Well, our big focus, it's the first such visit by an American vice president to India in 12 years. US Vice President JD Vance will arrive in Delhi today with his family on a rare 4-day trip by an American vice president that will take them to Agra and Jaipur as well. Now, Mr. Vance is due to land in Delhi along with his wife, Usha Chilukuri, and their 3 children. And a delegation of US government officials, which actually includes the US National Security Council Senior Director for South and Central Asia, Ricky Gill. Mr. Vance will be given an official guard of honor at the airport in just a short while from now and is due to meet Prime Minister Modi, who is expected to be accompanied by members of his cabinet at a dinner at his residence in the evening. But with Trump's sweeping tariffs on a 90-day pause, is there behind-the-scenes urgency from either side to finalize the deal before the clock runs out? Well, take a look at our report.
US Vice President JD Vance is making his first official visit to India. It's not just another handshake tour. This one's loaded with agenda. Trade, tariff, tech, and China, all in sharp focus. At the heart of the visit is a high-level push to lock in a bilateral trade deal. Both sides want to scale trade to $500 billion. That's more than double the current levels, with recent trade already touching $190 billion. India and the United States are bringing political muscle to make it happen. Vance will meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi with talks spanning tariffs, tech and regional security. It's also a personal homecoming of sorts. Vance's wife, Usha Bala Chilukuri Vance, is the daughter of South Indian immigrants. She and their children will accompany him on visits to Jaipur and Agra, adding layers of identity and symbolism to a visit that's all about power and partnership. India is still gauging the effects of reciprocal tariffs of 26%, which have been paused for now. Now the United States wants bigger concessions, lower Indian duties on American goods, market access for agriculture and dairy, and tighter cooperation on deportations. For India, it's a tight balancing act. Farming employs nearly 45% of India's workforce. Any concession risks domestic backlash. India is offering tariff cuts, defense purchases, and tech collaboration. Prime Minister Modi even discussed deepening the US-India innovation ties in a recent call with Elon Musk. From the Quad alliance to joint military drills and tech investments, both countries are moving in sync to counter Beijing's growing influence in the Indo-Pacific. Apple and Google are expanding operations in India. Musk's Starlink has signed with top Indian telecoms to roll out satellite internet. India is ramping up defense purchases, including talks to buy 5th-generation stealth fighter jets. Now, JD Vance's visit could fast-track that pivot into a full-scale partnership. Rhythm Arcadia's report for NDTV World.
My colleague Gaurei Dwivedi has been tracking the finer details for us. She joins us live at the moment for further clarity. Gaurei, how is JD Vance positioning this visit? Is it a diplomatic reset, a preemptive negotiation, or a signal from a Trump-aligned White House? Any indication of concrete deliverables from this trip?
I think it's a mix of all of it, Parmeshwar. The fact that this visit comes in so early in the Trump administration's tenure is probably not just symbolic, but indicative of the kind of importance that the Trump administration lays on the bilateral relationship with India. Remember, the Trump administration hasn't completed 100 days in office so far. Of course, there have been a lot of big ticket announcements that have ruffled feathers. But the fact that this visit is taking place so early in that tenure is is also going to allow both sides to probably address some of the issues that have been of concerns, particularly here in New Delhi, trade being one. But having said that, this is also a vice president that is unlike the previous vice presidents that America has seen, at least in the last couple of decades. He's more involved in policy making. His views are very aligned to that of the president, and his views are known publicly. So that, I think, is a big departure from the previous vice presidents that America has seen. So his visit here, his visit for 3 days, talking about trade, tech, diplomacy, strategy, all of it, and geopolitical goals that may be common for India and the US, I think is extremely important and could lead to some important takeaways at the end of this visit.
Well, it is the first such visit by an American vice president to India in 12 years. Gaurei, thanks so much for joining us for that crucial update. We will, of course, revert to you for regular updates.